The following is a production of WCMP Sports. It's time for volleyball action here on WCMP. First serve is coming up shortly, but now we send it to the court for the call of this match.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's broadcast of volleyball here on WCMP. I'm Nathan Game Day Gilman, and I'll be joining you here for this game. I'll be calling all the action for this game as well. Of course, we got a good matchup here tonight in the Great River Conference. It's homecoming week for the Pine City Dragons, and they get to host the East Central Eagles, their Great River Conference foe, here this evening. It is also senior night here for the Pine City Dragons. So a lot going on this week for Pine City. They've got homecoming, they've got their senior night tonight for volleyball. They're playing East Central tonight. Friday they will have Two Harbors in town. It is a crazy week, and they've got, of course, a lot of events happening at the school itself. You got a lot of things that they're doing senior-wise as well. They're doing a bunch of stuff here. This is their last homecoming of their high school careers, so they're trying to make it just as special as ever. So they have sure been busy here this week already, and it's only Tuesday. Yeah, can you imagine that? Only Tuesday, and they have already had a jam-packed week. Probably a week's worth of stuff already happening in the first 2 days. But here tonight, again, the Pine City Dragons host the East Central Eagles in this Great River Conference volleyball matchup here between these two teams. We'll take a look at the East Central Eagles coming into tonight. They're 2-13 on the year, 1-5 in section play. Yeah, 1-5 in the section. Now again, I know if you've listened to a broadcast here on WCMP or KBK before, you've heard me explain how the Section 5A class works. And how it works, again, East Central, Ogilvie, Bram, and Mille Lacs are in Class 5A. So how it works is Section 5A, it has 4 pods. They go pod A, B, D, or A, B, C, and D. I need to go back to elementary school to learn my ABCs, but A, B, C, and D is how Section 5A works, and Mille Lacs, Bram, Ogilvie, and East Central are in pod D of Section 5A. East Central, again, 2-13. They're kind of falling behind everybody else, but, you know, last year this team won their first match in over a year and a half, so they were looking to come off that and bring that energy into this year, and so far I'd say it's going well. 2 wins on the year, not exactly where they want to be, of course, you know, 2-13, not where you want to be, but again, they've beaten Renshaw 3-2, and they've also beaten Northland 2-0. They just beat Northland actually a couple Saturdays ago in a tournament up at Crosby Ironton. They went 1-3 in that tournament. Their one win came against Northland, and then their other win on the season came against Renshaw, again 3-2. They had a pretty good one against Hill City at home, which they wound up losing 3-1, but still to have a game like that against Hill City, who has been pretty darn good over the years, is a feat in and of itself. They've also had a nice one against Hinckley Finlayson where they lost 3-1, and then Moose Lake Willow River, they lost only 3-1. Now, comparatively, Hinckley Finlayson was beat by Moose Lake Willow River in 3 straight sets. So if you look at it in that sense, East Central is definitely getting better and better as the year goes along. And what a great time to get on your stride, because playoffs are just around the corner, only a couple weeks away. I believe we're about two weeks away, maybe even a week and a half away from the volleyball playoffs starting. The regular season ends for football in about another week and a half on I think it's the 19th, I believe it is. That's when MEA week is here in the state of Minnesota. They finish on a Wednesday. Wednesday games, it's super weird to have games on Wednesday for football anyways, but we'll get there when we get there. Tonight we got a great matchup here between, again, Pine City Dragons, who are having their homecoming week as they get set to host the East Central Eagles here inside Pine City High School. Again, as I mentioned before, it is senior night for these Pine City Dragons, and well, let's take a look at those seniors. They got 5 of them on the squad this year, and the first one is Chloe Linda. It will be her senior year. She's going to go play basketball in college, but she's not sure where yet. She's not sure where she wants to go. Very good basketball player as well, and that's something you'll learn with most of these athletes out here on the court is they play more than one sport. They're not just one sport athletes. They're out there, you know, summer, spring, fall, winter, whatever you may have. They're out there all the time doing some sport of activity and or sport. And most of them are, if not all of them. They're very talented in their ability to do that. So Chloe Lind is going to go play basketball in college, and that is all that she has for her future plans for now. I'm sure as soon as she finds out where she's going to go, that is all going to change, and she's going to have a lot more on her plate. Her best memory is dancing with her teammates in the locker room before game. Gabby Schumacher, she's going to college, hasn't decided which college yet, and she's undecided in her major. But we were in the pregame watching them, the underclassmen give a little speech to the seniors, and it was just nice. All of them had a nickname, but I think Gabby Schumacher probably had the most nicknames out of everyone, and that usually is a sign of love and affection when you can get as many nicknames as she did, and you could tell the team really rallied around that speech and just thoroughly enjoyed it. They, of course, all of them got a beautiful speech in pregame here. Of course, they will be missed next year for these underclassmen, but these underclassmen will be seniors next year, and a lot of them. Moving on to Maggie Smetna, she is going to become a veterinarian. She might go to college as a thrower as well. So, again, most, if not 99% of these athletes who are seniors are going to college and going to play some sort of athletics in college. Of course, college is a great spot to where if you're not competing in the athletic, they have groups. They're not groups. They're clubs. There we go. Clubs. They're called that you can partake in and have. I didn't go to college, so I wasn't a part of that, but I know plenty of people who did who have enjoyed it. So plenty of opportunities. And then for Madison Bombard, she's going to go to a 4-year university, get her bachelor's degree, and just pursue a career that brings her new places. That's what she has down for her. And then for Sky Aarons, she's going to go to college and become a dentist. That's awesome. And in the world of social media and technology, of course, we've got a lot of people who make a lot of money off of their careers just on social media alone. So very cool that she's able to do that. And I know being a dentist is not easy work. Dentist and doctor, for me, are probably one of the top two that hardest fields, because dentists, you're dealing with people's teeth and breath all day. And, sometimes when you wake up in the morning and you smell your own breath, it's like, golly, now just think about dealing with that every single day of the week you go to work. And then you got to deal with people's teeth, and just very interesting career path she has decided to take. Of course, we wish all the seniors nothing but luck on their future endeavors, of course, and in the winter sports that they decide to play. Of course, all of these players out there, we wish them nothing but the best of luck in the future and in the rest of the season. Of course, we're still not done with this season. We've still got about, as I mentioned, a week and a half or so of play left. So this season isn't over yet. We've still got a couple of games left for both of these teams to play before we get into the playoffs. And the regular season just ends one season. The playoffs is a whole nother season. The records go out the window. Everyone's 0-0 once we get to the playoffs, and you just, never know. I remember I was calling some games back a couple seasons ago. One of my first seasons calling games, and I was listening on the radio. There was an upset that happened, and it was a huge upset because I think it was Hinckley Finlayson. They were at home. They got to play on their home court somehow, some way. They got to play on their home court. I believe it was basketball, and I'm not sure if it was boys or girls. I believe it was boys, but they had a huge upset over one of the teams or they got upset. Something like it was really a cool game to listen to. So again, they're after the end of the regular season. There's another season left in the playoffs, so we're getting close to them. But again, tonight's game should be another good one along our way to the playoffs, as it is the Pine City Dragons homecoming week and senior night here for the volleyball team as they get set to host the East Central Eagles. Of course, Ethan Game Day Gilman going to bring you all the action from tonight's matchup and from all Pine City's matchups here at home, hopefully even more on the road, especially in the playoffs. We got a lot of great local teams here in the Great River Conference. The Great River Conference is just such a tough conference to be in for softball, for volleyball, for many of the sports. And it's so tough to be in because this year, volleyball-wise, any one of these teams can really come out and beat the top 2-3 teams. I mean, you're looking at the top 3 right now being Rush City, Mille Lacs, and Pine City. And I do believe it wasn't a tournament that Mille Lacs fell to Rush City. So I believe Rush City is the only team sitting in the conference with an undefeated record as we look to the Great River Conference standings, but those are the three teams right now just based off the standings-wise, and yeah, it is. It's a one-team race right now. Rush City on top at 6-0, 18-1 overall. They're ranked 10 in the state, and they've won 15 in a row, and they beat Mille Lacs in that tournament here this past weekend. So it is a close race. And again, Pine City can match Rush City and possibly take over in the next couple of weeks that wrap up the season, because they have 3 games on the road to end the season. 2 are at the other 2 teams that are at the top of this conference, against Mille Lacs and against Rush City. And you can bet we will be at those games, because those are going to have, they're going to decide the conference. It's not just going to have an impact. That will decide the conference. Again, Mille Lacs sitting at 14-4, Pine City 12-6, and Rush City 18-1. So, still a couple games to get through here for these teams, but we're closing in on the end of the season, and at the end of the season means the conference race is heating up. We've talked about it probably since the beginning of the season, it feels like, but it's heating up as we go along, and we'll keep you along with the action as the season closes and gets to the playoffs. So we're just about set for the first serve here. We'll get our starting lineups and our national anthem before that, and then we will also take a commercial break. And when we return from that break, we'll be ready to go here in Pine City, where the Dragons host the East Central Eagles. You're listening to Volleyball right here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMP.
It's almost time to start pushing snow. Sorry, just the messenger. Thankfully, Minnesota Equipment in Isanti has affordable machines to do the heavy lifting. Any size property. Toro and Aaron's walk behind snow blowers. Oh, you got land, huh? How about John Deere lawn and garden tractors? Or a compact utility tractor? Minnesota Equipment has them in stock. Snow removal doesn't have to be backbreaking. Not if you get into Minnesota Equipment. Highway 65 in Isanti. Or visit minnesotaequipment.com.
Great homes start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage from Northwoods Bank. Northwoods Bank is a community bank that knows the neighborhood. We have personalized home lending solutions, and with our Rapid Mortgage, apply online at northwoodsbank.com 24/7. Be approved in 20 minutes and be in your dream home sooner. Think local when it comes to your banking solutions. Northwoods Bank, we make it happen for you. Northwoods Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
At Stearns Bank, we're proud to get together to cheer on Dragon Athletics, and we believe that we could always go further when we work together. Whether you're earning your next big win on the field, on the court, or in the arena of life, surround yourself with a team focused on integrity, accountability, and hard work. Put our top-performing team to work for you. Visit our local Pine City branch on Hillside Avenue, call us at 320-629-6713, or explore more online at stearnsbank.com. Go Dragons! Stearns Bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
With high school sports season here again, Wellia Health wants to remind you that they want to help your athletes stay in the game. Sports medicine services are available at every Wellia Health campus. Whether it's the young athlete, the weekend warrior, or the accomplished athlete, injuries can happen. Get back in the game by calling the sports medicine experts at Wellia Health, 320-679-1313. Wellia Health. Live life well.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
End of the season means savings at Minnesota Equipment. Save big on remaining zero turns in stock. Bravely, Aaron's, Toro, and John Deere. Buy now with 0% financing available. That's 0 on zero turns. Need a walk behind instead? They got plenty of those too. On site and ready to go. The knowledgeable staff will get you the machine that fits your property size. Minnesota Equipment. Your neighbors. Your experts. Your neighborly experts. Highway 65 in Isanti or at minnesotaequipment.com.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer. That signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Back here on WCMP, the starters for the East Central Eagles will be number 4, Izzy Olson, number 6, Gracie Hartle, number 10, Carly Watchrin, number 12, Mackenzie Ludwig, along with number 13, Ruby Munson, number 24, Lydia Fernengo, and number 28, Mallory Hartle. On the other side for the Pine City Dragons, it will be number 3, Chloe Lynn, number 4, Gabby Schumacher, number 5, Arissa Rydberg, number 8, Maggie Smetna, number 10, Emma Hermanson, number 12, of course, libero Maddie Bombard, and number 16, Sky Aarons. Those are your starters here for both of these teams here this evening. Again, this game being called on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMPradio.com. It is senior night here for the Pine City Dragons volleyball team, as it is homecoming week for them as well. We've got a pink out gym night here for the volleyball team, wearing pink shirts and hats and socks and wristbands. I mean, they've got it all pinked out here this evening. Again, senior night on homecoming week. So libero Maddie Bombard going to check in. Not sure for who yet. The front line consists of Sky Aarons, Chloe Lynn, and Maggie Smetna. Looks like, yeah, not sure yet. Bombard will check in for someone. In the back right now, it's Hermanson and Schumacher. Got 4 of the 5 seniors out there, and the libero, the last senior, will check in for Emma Hermanson. So all 5 of the Dragon seniors are out there, and the only junior out on the court as of now is Arissa Ryberg, and she'll be back to serve. Again, she is one of many juniors who will hopefully be back next year for this Dragon volleyball team. And that serve is going to get down in front of the libero, Carly Watrin, and that is quickly point number 1 for Pine City. So Arissa Rydberg gets set. Serve is over. That's dug up by Lorson, and now hit across by Izzy Olson, and that gets down. Point East Central, so they tie it right back up. Excuse me, that was Mallory Hartle with the kill for East Central. Number 28 now checking into the game is Chandra Nelson, and she checks in for Ruby Munson. So Chandra Nelson back to serve for East Central, as it's 1-1. Scoreboard I know says 2-0, but it is 1-1. There we go, got it switched. 1-1 is the score as Chandra Nelson gets the serve over, down, and that is Bombard who just couldn't get it cleanly, and East Central now takes a 2-1 lead off the ace from Chandra Nelson. East Central looking to upset here on senior night, and that hits the net and gets over for Chandra Nelson. It's down. Ace for Chandra Nelson. All of a sudden, 3-1 East Central with the lead. East Central looking for a big upset tonight. Chandra Nelson has been a big help, and that is dug up by Gabby Schumacher, and it goes well out of bounds into the bleachers. 4-1 for East Central. Wow. I'm sure Pine City was not expecting this and was hoping for the exact opposite, but East Central, what a great run so far. Sky Aarons manages to get it over for Pine City. Great hustle after that one. A hit backwards and now hit across. No, it does get across, but it doesn't get over. It goes out of bounds on the hit from Mallory Hartle. She did a good job, though, of trying to find it and make sure it got over. Got some of it over, but just not all the way. It goes out of bounds. 4-2 now the score, and it's Sky Aarons, the senior, back to serve. Her serve into the net. It actually hit Chloe Lynn's hand at the net. 5-2 now, East Central with the lead, and back to serve for them is Lydia Fernengo. Fernengo will serve. It is up, it is over, dug up by Sky Ahrens to Rydberg, and Lynn will push it across. It's dug up by Fernengo. And looking for the kills, Izzy Olsen, dug up by Ahrens to Rydberg, and back across by Lynn. Dug up by the Eagles' Mallory Hartle, and now pushing it across, Mackenzie Ludwig. Diving after it that time is Schumacher, and she gets it back over. And now pushing it back across, Sky Ahrens with the dig. And, that is Smetna who gets it back across. And racing at the net, getting it over is Izzy Olsen. Dragons get the dig, and Lind pushes it back across. Having to get low for that one, and then a miscommunication there between Izzy Olsen and Mackenzie Ludwig as they both were going after it, but one of them got after it a little too late. It's down, and Pine City grabs a point back 5-3. Maddie Bombard checks out of the game. In for her is Emma Hermanson. And back to serve is Chloe Lind, and her serve is over. It's dug up there by Fernengo. And trying to get it over the net that time is Gracie Hartle, but it's going to be a fourth hit from Mackenzie Ludwig. And that makes it 5-4. Dragons have crept within one. Hey, sometimes you can get that hit and get it across and the ref won't catch it, but not that time. Gabby Schumacher checks out of the game. In for her is Carly Jusak. Shouldn't really say checks out. She's subbed out. She is not done tonight, I promise you that. That serve is down. Diving dig from Fernengo, but it goes off of her dig right into the judge's stand. And the Dragons have tied it back up at 5. Lind with the serve, it's over, dug up by Mallory Hartle. Now looking for the kill across is Gracie Hartle, but that goes long. Just a little too much on that one. I mean, not a lot, but just enough as it's too long. 6-5 is the score. Pine City retakes the lead. Chloe Lind going to have to take a moment to tie her shoe. Don't want to be tripping on that. 6-5 is the score. Chloe Lind back to serve. Again, one of the 5 seniors here for Pine City. Her serve is over, and it's dug up by Carly Watron. Back for it is Mallory Hartle, and getting it across is Mackenzie Ludwig. Nice job by the Dragons, and now looking for the kill was Jusak, but she hits it into the net. And the East Central Eagles take a point back there off the mistake by the Dragons. It's tied up at 6. Izzy Olsen goes back to serve. She'll start behind the out-of-bounds line. She'll run up on it, and here the hit is over, and Chloe Lind just pulled her dig attempt back in time to watch that one go long out of bounds. And Pine City retakes the lead 7-6. Maggie Smetna to serve. It is over. It's dug up there by Ludwig. And now looking for the kill is Mallory Hartle, and that is just long on the kill attempt from Mallory Hartle. Makes it 8-6 Pine City. Hartle, beautiful spot on that one, just overshot it a little bit. And now again, Maggie Smetna with the serve. It's over, dug up by the libero Watron. And the East Central Eagles get it across on the hit from Ludwig. Dragons get the dig, and looking for the kill is Emma Hermanson. That gets down, that's a kill for Hermanson, 9-6. Great spot for that one from Hermanson, and the hit even better. 9-6 the lead for Pine City here in the first set. Maggie Smetna serve. A little bit of a lob. Took something off that one. I like the idea. East Central gets the dig. Pushed across here by Gracie Hartle. Dug up by the Dragons. That's Smetna. Now looking for the kill is Jusak. Dug up nicely, though, by Izzy Olsen. And now hitting it across again is Gracie Hartle. Dug up by Smetna to the net. Trying to hit it over is Rydberg. Getting it across. Oh, and just long by Maggie Smetna. Right idea, and nice job by Arissa Rydberg to get that off the net. And then a nice hit from Smetna, but it just goes long. And now back to service Gracie Hartle as her team trails 9-7. We've seen them go on a 4-point run after Pine City wound up scoring the first point, but they look to go on another run. Dug up on the serve by Ahrens, and now hitting it across is Mallory Hartle. Dug up by Ahrens once again. Carly Jusak will push it across. Dug up by Gracie Hartle. Oh, and that just gets down in front of Munson. She might have lost it for a moment and just tried to stick her hand out just to get a piece of it, but unfortunately she does not. Carly Jusak subbed out. In for her is Gabby Schumacher, and she'll go back to serve her again, or a couple games ago, where she got an ace and she got a standing ovation from her teammates. Here, here's the serve. Watron gets the dig. Oh, and trying to get around the ref back there was Izzy Olsen trying to get around the back judge. Just unfortunately for her, could not do so. And it's 11-7. That's tough for the back judge back there, trying to keep her place so she can say whether it's in or out. And Izzy Olsen tried to get around her, and she tried to get out of the way, but just unable to. Mallory Hartle with the hit back across. It's Smetna with the dig. And Sky Aarons, looks for the kill. Just mistimed that one. It goes into the net off the hit. 11-8 now, the score. Pine City with the lead, but now it's Mackenzie Ludwig back to serve again. Aarons, that one probably would have been down for a kill, but just mistimed it a little bit. Dug up here by Lind on the dig, pushed back across by the Eagles, dug up by Schumacher, and Sky Aarons looks for the kill. This time it's dug up by Izzy Olsen, back across with the dig. And it's Hermanson looking for the kill, dug up nicely though by Ludwig at the net in between. I don't know if she did or not, but Sky Aarons close to getting a hand on the ball to keep it on the East Central side of the net. And it's 12-8. Hermanson subbed out. In for her is Maddie Bombard. Her serve is over and dug up by Ludwig. It goes backward. Izzy Olsen corrals it. Pushed across by Hartle, Mallory Hartle. And now Chloe Lind with the kill, 13-8. My goodness. We got to make sure there's no smoke coming off that thing. And here we go. A career benchmark just made by Chloe Lind of 500 career kills. 500 varsity career kills. What a night here for Chloe Lind. It is senior night, it's homecoming week. And on top of that, she gets varsity career kill number 500. Congratulations there to Chloe Lind. So Dragons have a 13-8 lead. We pause for a moment just to celebrate the Lind 500th varsity career kill. And we're back to the action as East Central looks for the kill, and Mallory Hartle says, all right, I see your 500. Let me get one for myself. She's a sophomore at 2 1/4 of a year to catch up. Maybe she can. She's got a pretty powerful swing. She's probably one of the harder hitters here for East Central as they trail 13-9. Her serve is over, dug up by Bombard, Maddie Bombard. And now Sky Aarons looks for the kill, dug up nicely though by Gracie Hartle. And pushed across by Munson. And we get a whistle here on East Central. We're going to get a double hit. So that'll make it 14-9 now in favor of Pine City. Going back to serve is going to be Arissa Rydberg. Rydberg's serve is over. Dug up by Mallory Hartle. Now looking for the kill across is Izzy Olsen. That gets down right in front of Maddie Bombard and just out of the reach of Arissa Rydberg. And they get one back, 14-10. Munson checks out, and in for her is Chandra Nelson. Nelson will go back to serve for East Central. They trail by 4 here in the first set. Her serve is over, dug up by Schumacher, and her dig goes back across the net, but goes just a little too long. It's out of bounds, and East Central will get a point back, 14-11. So Schumacher right there for the dig, but a very hard serve from Chandra Nelson. And this one dig back across again from Schumacher, but this time in play. And now Izzy Olsen looks for the kill, dug up by Maddie Bombard. That's going to go back across the net, just tapped over by the Eagles. And the Dragons will try and set this up for Sky Aarons, who gets it across, dug up by the Eagles, pushed back across by Mallory Hartle, dug up by the Dragons. And now Arissa Rydberg will have to hit it across. Mallory Hartle with the dig. And she looks to set up here. That's Lydia Fernango, dug up by Schumacher. Rydberg with the set, and Sky Aarons hits it across, but it's a little too long. And East Central being patient back there as they now close the lead back down to 2 for Pine City. Chandra Nelson with the serve. She's going to go after Bombard this time. She gets the dig, and Rydberg with the set. Hit back across by Sky Aarons, dug up by Gracie Hartle, pushed across by Izzy Olsen, dug up by the Dragons Rydberg, and Lynn will just get it back across, dug up by Mallory Hartle. And Gracie Hartle gets it across, dug up by Smetna. Lynn gets it over, dug up by Mallory Hartle of the Eagles. And this is setting up Fernango, and Fernango's hit goes just a little bit long. Smart play there from Gabby Schumacher to let it go, and it's 15-12. Pine City still with the lead. Schumacher will be subbed out for Carly Jusak. And going back to serve is Sky Ahrens. Ahrens' serve is over. Dug up by the Eagles' Ludwig, and hitting it across was going to be Olsen, but there was a whistle and a double hit whistle on the Eagles, so Dragons take a 16-12 lead. Sky Ahrens back serving once again. Here in the first set, her team leads 16-12, and getting the dig at the last possible second was Ludwig, but didn't get enough lift on it as it goes underneath the net. It's 17-12. Pine City with the lead here in the first set. Ahrens with the serve over. Dug up by Gracie Hartle. And now hitting it across is Fernengo. And then Carly Jusak, she did get a hand on it as it went across the net. And it kind of confused Ahrens. Ahrens thought that it was just going out of bounds. But at the last second, she realized that, oh, yeah, we got a hand on it. So she tried to get back to it, but just could not in time. That's a tough one. Lydia Fernengo to serve now for East Central as they trail 17-13. Bombard with the dig for the Dragons, and Lind will just tap this one across. Dug up by Ludwig, and now Gracie Hartle pushes it across. Sky Ahrens with the dig on the Dragon side. Chloe Lind with the kill. And, I mean, just her body position as she's going up for the kill, you can tell kind of just where she's trying to put it and just how well she positions herself to where the ball needs to go. She does such a good job. Great body control for Chloe Lind as her team now leads 18-13. Lind with the serve. It is over, and it's dug up. And kill there from Carly Jusak. Lydia Fernengo got the clean dig, but it went right back across the net, and Carly Jusak was right there waiting, and an easy kill for Carly Jusak, and the Dragons now lead 19-13. Lind with the serve. It is up. It is over. Two Eagles go after it, but they manage to get it over the net. And now Carly Jusak will look for another kill. I don't know who. Oh, it stayed. It stayed on the Eagle side. So Jusak went and swung on it, and Gracie Hartle got the block, but it rolled on their side of the net, and I couldn't tell which side it was on. But Pine City gets the point, 20-13. Lind again will serve. This hits the net. It gets over, down for an ace for Chloe Lind. And that, the best friend of Chloe Lind right there. That one hit the net and spun over. Down for an ace, 21-13. Dragons with the lead. Lind back to serve. It is up, and it is down again. An ace for Pine City's Chloe Lind. Back-to-back aces here for Chloe Lind, and her team now leads 22-13. Lind's serve is up. It is over, dug up by Watron, and that's going to go out of bounds off the dig from Watron. 23-13 now, Pine City with the lead here on senior night. They lead by 10. East Central just needs a little bit of a spark, just something to go their way, and then they'll really get things slide in their direction, and Mallory Hartle could not get a clean dig. That one took a line drive off her dig right to the net. And unfortunately, that's down. Point for Pine City. East Central is going to need a lot here. As Chloe Lind with the serve. Over, trying to get the dig on it was Carly Watron. She got a hand on it, but it went straight back out of bounds and down for the point. 25-13. The first set is won by the Pine City Dragons, and they lead now 1-0 here over the East Central Eagles on senior night. We'll take a commercial break here, a word from our sponsors, and when we come back, we'll be ready for set number 3 here on WCMP.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear and Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear and Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear and Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
When was the last time you had a professional tune-up for your home or business furnace? 1 year? 5 years? Or maybe it's been so long that you don't remember. When it's time to winterize your home or business, your routine isn't complete without a furnace tune-up from Dale's Heating and Appliance. A tune-up from Dale's will keep your furnace running at peak efficiency so you can keep warm all winter. Don't wait and avoid costly repairs. Call Dale's Heating and Appliance at 320-629-3531 or contact them online at dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owners agency, Pine Insurance Agency at pineagency.us today.
With all the stress involved in a legal situation, it is comforting to know that you have K-Back Law on your side. K-Back Law in Pine City provides a relaxing atmosphere for you to feel comfortable discussing your legal needs. They handle a wide range of cases from real estate and business to estate planning and probate. K-Back Law has fair and flexible pricing and will accommodate your schedule. Visit them in Pine City or Sandstone. For more information, visit K-Back Law online at kbacklaw.com. That's kbacklaw.com.
Back here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMP, radio.com. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman, and I'm bringing you all the action from tonight's volleyball matchup between the Pine City Dragons and the East Central Eagles. Of course, this Great River Conference matchup here on WCMP is also senior night for the Dragons on homecoming week as well. So a lot going on this week for the Dragons here. They'll have their football game on Friday. Other than that, there's not too many games happening. Usually we have something Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. This week, Dragon volleyball on Tuesday, Dragon football Friday. That's it. That's all we have here for varsity sports this week. There's the buzzer, and we're just about set to begin the second set. Ball gets rolled back to Abby Prisky, one of the captains here for this East Central squad and one of 4 captains as well. Prisky, this is her first time checking into the game. Her serve is over, dug up by Bombard. Ryberg with the set, pushed across by Agar, but a double hit call on Pine City. So early mistake leads to early points here for East Central. Again, we've seen them score 4 straight points after Pine City scored the opening point. And it looked like, East Central was going to run away with it almost, but Pine City came back and scored a few points of their own. And then it was back and forth. Back and forth with this one, as now it's dug up by Pine City's Hannah Bombard. And Chloe Lind. There it is, the kill from Chloe Lind. She, again, in that first set, if you're just joining us, Pine City leads 1-0 over the East Central Eagles. They won that first set 25-13. But in that first set, Chloe Lind reached 500 varsity career kills. 500 of them in her varsity career. So that one's about 503, 504. Congratulations there to Chloe Lind again. 500 career varsity kills. Marissa Ryberg with the serve. It is dug up by Ludwig. And getting it back across is Fernengo. Dug up by Bombard to Rydberg. Staber. And that is just a little bit long on the hit from Staber. Out of bounds, and East Central grabs the point back there. 2-1, the Eagles lead. Serve is over from Fernengo, dug up by Bombard. Ryberg, and this is Agard who looks for the kill, but it is out of bounds, but I think the Eagles touched it. So it went out of bounds on the hit from Agard, but I think an Eagle touched it. Hannah Bombard's going to get subbed out for Carly Jusak. Yeah, so Eagle must have touched the hit from Agard as it went out of bounds. Agard nearly with a ace there, but diving dig from East Central. They get it over Abby Prisky with the push across, and now Carly Jusak looks for the kill. That one goes into the net. That'll break the tie from 2 and give East Central the 3-2 lead. Summer Thiemann checks into the game for the first time here tonight. And it's Izzy Olsen back to serve for East Central. She throws it up. Here's the serve. It's over. Dug up by Jusak. Rydberg, and now Lind. Lind, that one's down. Getting there was Izzy Olsen, but just unable to do anything really with it. And Maddie Bombard checks out, and for her is Emma Hermanson. Again, we've seen just great effort from both of these sides already here tonight. Chloe Lind with the serve. It hits the net, and it's over. Chloe Lind, that's her third ace here tonight. That'll break the tie and make it 4-3. Wow. 4-3 now the score as Chloe Lind with another ace. She had 2 in a row in that first set, and now she gets another one. Serve is up. It is over, but it goes out of bounds, and now we're tied back at 4. Back and forth these two teams go. Abby Prisky will check out, and for her is Ruby Munson. Get another sub as Brooklyn Lowe will check out, and in for her is Gracie Hartle, and Gracie Hartle will go back to serve for East Central. Hartle with the serve. It is over. Dug up by Thiemann. Ryberg races back for the set, and Hermanson will use one hand to get it over, and nice job by Mallory Hartle to get that across, and then great hustle from the Dragons to get it back across on the Eagle side. Now Mallory Hartle will line this one up for the kill. Let's see, do we have a touch? Do we have out? Looks like it's going to be out. So that hit from Hartle goes out of bounds. Wasn't sure if it was touched by Pine City or not. It was close, but it was not, according to the judges on the court, and it's 5-4, Pine City with the lead. Sage Staber with the serve. It is, that hit Lydia Fernango in the face. She's okay as Mallory Hartle gets the hit across. Now dug up by the Dragons. Carly Jusak looks for the kill. That is down for a kill from Carly Jusak. She had to go, man, that's a weird one to try and get for Carly Jusak. She hit that back across her body as she was running to it. So that's a tough one, and now Staber's serve goes into the net. And it's 6-5. Mackenzie Ludwig back to serve here for East Central. Serve is over, dug up by Lind. Hermanson looks for the kill, but she hits it into the net. And we'll tie the game back at 6. Neither team really able to take control early on in this one so far. We're back and forth and tied once again, and with the serve, it's Mackenzie Ludwig. Dug up by Chloe Lind. Teresa Rydberg, and Carly Jusak gets it across. This one is dug up by Ludwig, and now looking for the kill on the other way is Fernango, but dug up by Summer Thiemann. Carly Jusak will look for the kill. This one's blocked at the net, dug up by the Eagles, and they will set up Mallory Hartle. Diving dig by Lind is dug up, and Carly Jusak again looks for the kill, goes off the net, dug up nicely by Fernango. Fernango will be set up for the kill, and that one, I believe, hit that white line. It does. Fernango, beautiful placement on that one. It just hit the white line enough to stay in, and Eagles will take a 7-6 lead here in set number 2. They trail 1-0. It's Ludwig with the serve, dug up by the Dragons, and looking for the kill is Jusak. She gets it. It was blocked at the net by the Eagles, but stayed on their side of the net, and it's now tied back at 7. Summer Thiemann will come to the bench, and coming off the bench for her is Abby Agard. Now back to serve is Jusak. It's over. Dug up by Ludwig. And then a bad miscommunication between Carly Watron, Ludwig, and Gracie Hartle. All three of them started going after it, and then they all three stopped thinking that they were going to run into each other. That's a tough one there for East Central. And now Jusak with another serve. Dug up by Watron. This gets towards the net. Pushed back across by Arissa Ryberg with her fingertips. Eagles have it, though, and getting it back across is Lydia Fernango. Dug up by Hermanson. And Abby Agard looks for the kill. Dug up nicely by Watron. That gets to Fernango. And hitting it over is Mallory Hartle. Abby Agard with the dig to Ryberg for the set. And Hermanson looks for the kill. Goes off of a... They're going to say it went off the net. I thought it went off of an Eagle fingertip, but it does not hit the net instead. Anna Bombard checks in for Carly Jusak. And back to serve is going to be Mallory Hartle. Mallory Hartle serve is over, dug up by Agard. And Abby Agard will run up looking for the kill, but that's a little long, and Mallory Hartle again does a nice job there just being aware of where that one's going, and she pulls back the dig attempt, and that one goes along. Mallory Hartle with the serve. And it is in! Right behind Abby Agard, right in front of Chloe Lind. And that's one where Abby Agard tried to duck under it thinking it was going to go out of bounds, and then I think Chloe Lynn maybe had a chance at it, but that would have been close. I don't know. That one would have been really close. The serve now from Mallory Hartle is over, dug up by Lynn this time to Ryberg, and now Emma Hermanson looks for the kill, blocked at the net by the Eagles. They keep it alive, pushed back across by Izzy Olsen, dug up by Ryberg, and now Ryberg will try and line this one up for the kill. It's off of Mallory Hartle, and out of bounds. Hartle with a diving dig attempt, but she pushes it out of bounds, and now the Dragons get one back. They trail 10-9 here as East Central has the lead. Emma Hermanson will be back to serve. Hermanson's serve is over. Dug up. Oh, and it was Ludwig with the dig. Munson had to go after that one out of bounds, and she tried to not run into the bench area. She just put her hand out looking for the dig, and unfortunately just missed it. So that'll tie this back at 10. And getting down for the point for Pine City, Hermanson, the dig from Mallory Hartle was right under the net, and Pine City now retakes the lead 11-10. Emma Hermanson still back to serve. Her serve is up. It is in, an ace for Emma Hermanson. Emma Hermanson with an ace. That'll make it 11-10 or 12-10 now. Excuse me. 12-10 the score. Pine City with the lead. Emma Hermanson's serve is over. This time it's dug up by Ludwig, and looking for the kills is Izzy Olsen. Right there for the dig though is Abby Agard. And Chloe Lynn will look for the kill. And nice dig attempt there from Fernango, pushed across by Munson, and the Dragons, they have it now. And pushing it across is Agard, dug up by Ludwig. And Fernango looks for the kill. That's behind all the Dragon defenders. And it is Point East Central 12-11. Get a substitution. Munson will check out. In for her is going to be Abby Prisky, one of the captains here for East Central, as her team trails by 1 as she looks to tie this thing back at 12. Hannah Bombard with the dig, goes to the front of the net. Now Chloe Lynn will look to line that one up, and Fernango tried to get that one as that one was coming in hot. She tried to get that one so it didn't go too far off of her dig, but just missed it. And now Sage Staber will come to the bench, get a rest, and in for her is Robin Odegaard. And back to serve now is Arissa Ryberg for Pine City. Serve is into the net. And East Central will get a free one there. It's 13-12 in set number 2. This second set feels like it's taking a lot longer than the first one. That first set, man, it was swift. I mean, that went quickly. Serve here from Ludwig is, Fernango is over. And looking for the kill back across is Abby Agard, dug up by the Eagles. And it's Izzy Olsen looking for the kill, dug up by Bombard. That was Maddie Bombard, and Lynn hits it back over. It's dug up by Lowe, and now looking for the kill. That's Ludwig, and it's dug up by the Dragons. Chloe Lynn will just push it back across, dug up by Ludwig once again. Ludwig will run up on it, looking for the kill. Blocked at the net by Lind, and that'll be a point for Pine City as they now lead 14-12. Go back to serve now for Pine City's Abby Agard. They have a 14-12 lead here in set number 2. That gets down for an ace from Abby Agard. And that is the danger of watching these serves and or hits go over your head because you think it's going to be long, but then it winds up just staying in bounds, and it leads to an ace for Pine City. That's 3 points you don't want to be giving up. Late read from Fernango, and unable to get anything under it is Izzy Olsen, and that goes into the net. Another point, Pine City. And they have a 16-12 lead. Serve is over from Agard. Dug up by Fernango, but that heads straight into the net. Make it 17-12 now, Pine City. Set number 2, Pine City with the 17-12 lead, and the serve from Agard is dug up by Fernango, goes into the net. Really unable to have any chance at it was Abby Prisky. So that makes it 18-12. Agard again back to serve. It is over. Dug up by Hartle. Watrin, and then two Eagles have to race after it. They luckily get it back across, and now Hannah Bombard will try to line this one up for the kill. Dug up nicely by Watrin. Prisky, and now pushing it back across is Ludwig, and it's going to be point Pine City as Ludwig's tap across goes out of bounds. And 19-12 is the score. Serve is over from Agard. It gets down just behind Watrin. Watrin ducked underneath it, and that one had a mind of its own as it seen Watrin duck and almost took a nosedive right then and there. Ace for Abby Agard. She now has 2 in her serving time now. And then a mistake there from Izzy Olsen. Izzy Olsen dug that one up, but it was going to go long. So she makes the mistake, said, hey, I just trying to be a little bit more aggressive here, trying to get something going for our side. They trail by 9 now, do the Eagles. 21-12, Agard with the serve. That one's dug up by Mallory Hartle. Pushed across by Fernango, that's Ludwig. Ludwig with the push across, back across by Hannah Bombard. Dug up by Mallory Hartle. And low, and then Izzy Olsen pushes it across. Dug up by the Dragons. Hannah Bombard will get it back over. Watrin with the dig to Ludwig. Pushing it over is low, and we get a whistle. A double hit on the East Central Eagles. It's 22-12. Agard, another serve that gets down just in front of Watrin. She did get a hand on it, but after the hit, it went straight into the bleachers on the opposite side. It makes it 23-12. Pine City's 2 points away. Agard the serve. That one finally goes long. East Central's been waiting for that one to go long for some time now, but it finally goes long, and they'll get one back. 23-10 now. They trail by 10. 23-13 is the score. Hannah Bombard out. In for her is Carly Jusak. And back to serve for East Central is Izzy Olsen with the serve. It's over, dug up by Bombard. And looking for the kill is Chloe Lind, dug up nicely. Mallory Hartle will push it over. Lind with the dig this time. Carly Jusak looks for the kill, dug up nicely by Izzy Olsen, but the dig, the ball goes right to the scorer's table off the dig. And Pine City gets a point back. And they lead 24-13 with set point. Lind is back to serve, and she'll try and end this set right here. Lind into the net, and that won't end it. So East Central will have to score 10 straight points to wipe out the set point and try and get this into extra points and take the victory themselves here in set number 2. Going back to serve is Gracie Hartle. Hartle with the serve, dug up by Lind. That gets to the front of the net, but Emma Hermanson, nice job. The one-handed dig, and then Robin Odegaard gets it across for the kill, and that's going to be it for set number 2. Robin Odegaard helps the Dragons to a 25-14 victory here in set number 2. And we move on to the third and what could be the final set. But we're first going to hear a word from our fine sponsors, and then when we come back, we'll be ready for that third set here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350 on the radio or online at WCMPradio.com.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank and Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/getthere. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
My career journey started at Northwood Technical College. I'm a business management graduate, and I'm proud of my education here. I transferred to a four-year college where I earned a bachelor's in management, then went on to law school. I'm now an attorney and chief operating officer of a sovereign nation wealth fund. I work remotely across the country providing business resources for 2 tribes. I chose to start my education at Northwood Tech because I could earn credits towards my bachelor's. All associate degrees have a 4-year path. Choose your path and experience success.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact Sydney Nelson, your Pine City Edward Jones financial advisor. Find him at 950 Main Street South, right next to Dairy Queen. Sydney Nelson and Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
It's almost time to start pushing snow. Sorry, just the messenger. Thankfully, Minnesota Equipment in Isanti has affordable machines to do the heavy lifting. Any size property. Toro and Aaron's walk behind snow blowers. Oh, you got land, huh? How about John Deere lawn and garden tractors? Or a compact utility tractor? Minnesota Equipment has them in stock. Snow removal doesn't have to be backbreaking. Not if you get into Minnesota Equipment, Highway 65 in Isanti. Or visit minnesotaequipment.com.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350, student section getting riled up here for the Pine City Dragons. East Central trying to get back into this one. That first set, man, they held Pine City close up until the middle part of it, and that's when Pine City started to run away. Kind of the same thing here. Pine City and East Central back and forth, neither one really able to hold on to too big of a lead or extend their lead. And then Pine City, towards the middle of the set, started to pull away and got the victory in set number 2, 25-14. They also won set number 1, 25-13, and now lead 2 sets to none. And we are in what could be the third and final set here at Pine City High School on senior night for the Pine City Dragons. Again, the Dragons have 5 seniors on their squad this year, starting with Chloe Lind, Gabby Schumacher, Maggie Smetna, Maddie Bombard, and Sky Ahrens. Those are the 5 seniors here for the Pine City Dragons. And they have a plethora of juniors who you hope will be back next year. You'd love to see each and every one of them back because I'm pretty sure each and every one of them have played this year. Yeah, looking at the roster, each and every one of them has played and has played a significant amount this season. And again, that's due to the coaches, subbing a lot of these athletes in and out, keeping them fresh, getting them rotated in and out. And I've loved this. Maybe it's just my memory so bad, but and the first serve from Mercer Ryberg there, I had to pause as it goes into the net, so East Central will get the first point. But again, my memory just could be that bad, but I didn't think Pine City subbed this much last year. Maybe they did, and again, my memory is just terrible, but it seems like they're subbing a lot more this year, and it seems to be working. They seem to be a lot more fresh and a lot more juiced and ready to go. Serve from the Eagles is dug up by Bombard, and Smetna will get it back across, dug up by the Eagles, and now it's Fernengo who looks for the kill, but dug up by Jusak, and Sky Ahrens will look for the kill the other way. Mallory Hartle got the dig, but it goes backwards and well backwards. Her teammates unable to catch up with it, and it ties the set at 1. And Sky Ahrens will go back to serve. Sky Ahrens, one of the 5 seniors, she's back to serve. There's the whistle for the okay, and the serve is into the net. So East Central gets one back, 2-1. Ahrens will be subbed out, and in for her is Summer Thiemann. Serving is Lydia Fernengo. Dig by Maddie Bombard for the Dragons, and Chloe Lind looks for the kill. She hits that one into the net, and the point goes over to the East Central Eagles, who lead 3-1. So Lydia Fernengo will get another chance to serve here for East Central. It's up, it's over, dug up by Thiemann. Rydberg with the set, looking for the kill is Jusak, dug up by Mallory Hartle, gets back across the net. Carly Jusak has a chance again, and she makes the most of it, gets the kill, and draws the team within 1. So Jusak with the nice kill attempt on the first hit, Mallory Hartle with the clean dig, and then it went back across the net, and Jusak was right there waiting for it. And with that second opportunity, made the most of it, as now Chloe Lind back to serve for Pine City, as it's 3-2 here in set number 3, and that's down for an ace for Chloe Lind. That's about the 4th or 5th one here this evening for Chloe Lind. She's got quite a few here this evening. Of course, in that first set, she hit her 500th varsity career kill, so congratulations to Chloe Lind. Dug up by Mallory Hartle, and then Abby Prisky kind of half attempted one-handed to try and get that one, but it just went a little too far behind her, so that'll break the 3-3 tie, and Pine City will take a 4-3 lead. It is now served, dug up by Izzy Olsen, but that dig pushes right to the court, and Pine City leads 5-3. Lind with another serve. This one did a little something different with that one, and Izzy Olsen and Carly Watchman just a little confused by it, and they had a tough time catching up to it. And another ace here for Chloe Lind, 6-3. My goodness. Chloe Lind on an absolute tear tonight. This serve is over, dug up by Mallory Hartle, then smashed across by Carly Chusek for the kill. Her team's pretty riled up for that kill from her. They're pushing and shoving her in excitement, and now East Central will call a timeout as this is a 7-3 lead here for Pine City. East Central needs something to go their way, anything to go their way. Otherwise, they're going to face this one ending early here tonight. They certainly don't want that. They want to do everything they can to try and get back into this one. They're only down by 4. Still early in set number 3, but again, you let it get too far out of hand, then it becomes too late to do anything, and you don't want that to happen. So East Central, of course, their head coach, Carrie Wentworth, or Carrie Wentworth, excuse me. Got the Dragons chant going here for Pine City, and they're looking to get a win here on senior night in homecoming week. East Central trying to spoil that here tonight. They're down 2-0, but we have seen before teams come back from 2 down, and East Central will look to do something like that here tonight. They trail 7-3. Again, back serving is Chloe Lind. Her serve is up. It is over, more of a lob serve, but dug up by Ludwig, and now Ludwig pushes it back across to the Dragons, who dig it up, and Carly Jusak will look for another kill. This time Mallory Hartle with a clean dig to Prisky. Now Izzy Olsen looks for the kill, dug up by Rydberg. Hermanson back across, but we get the call on Pine City, so the point will go to East Central, 7-4. Maybe touched the net there on that one, not sure, but either way, 7-4. Izzy Olsen with the serve for East Central. Oh, it goes into the net. Serve into the net, and Pine City will get one back. 8-4 they lead. It's a tough one. That felt like that. If they were to get that one across, they had a chance of kind of pulling back the Dragon lead, but this one goes into the net from Maggie Smetna. So back-to-back serves into the net, and we're going to get a couple substitutions here for both teams as the Dragons lead 8-5 in the third set. And going back to serve for East Central is going to be Gracie Hartle. She checks back into the game for the East Central Eagles. Gracie Hartle's serve is over, a line drive serve, dug up by Summer Thiemann, but that goes right into the bleachers on the far side. And point for East Central, 8-6. They draw it within 2. Gracie Hartle with the serve again. This one is over. Dug up by Thiemann. Racing after it is Morgan Mako, and now pushing it into the net is Emma Hermanson. She's a little bit frustrated with that one as she scratches her head. Frustrated, but got to move past it. I mean, that's the kind of fun thing about volleyball is you can have probably the worst point of what you consider the worst point of your career, but you got to come back right back on the next point and play just as well. So now the kill from Mallory Hartle will tie things up at 8. As I just mentioned, when you have what you feel is your worst point of your career, you got to come back the very next one and play your best. So that's what volleyball, that's why, again, why it's fun is because you don't have time to try and, fix, necessarily fix on the fly. You do, but you got to just get over it real quick if you made a mistake. Back and forth we go. The hit across from Jusak, dug up by the Eagles. Now hit back across by Ludwig, and it goes just out of bounds. 9-8 is the Pine City lead. Ludwig trying to ride that white line on the far side, and I thought maybe she did, but not down on the court. They got a much better view, and it's 9-8, Pine City with the lead. Hannah Bombard will go back to serve. Also checking into the game is Sky Ahrens. Hannah Bombard's serve is long. So East Central will just watch that one go by and get a free point as it's tied back at 9. Watchern checks out, and for her is Lydia Fernengo. And back to serve is Ludwig. Mackenzie Ludwig's serve is over, dug up by Ahrens. Tamako, and that's Staber with the attempt to kill, dug up by the Eagles, pushed across here by Mallory Hartle, dug up by the Dragons. Now Emma Hermanson looks for the kill, and that is just long. And East Central will take the lead 10-9. Emma Hermanson just a little bit frustrated with herself right now. Seems to be just a little long on that hit, and that serve hits the net, but dug up nicely by Sky Ahrens. Now she's got a chance for the kill, and the kill there from Sky Ahrens will tie it at 10 here in the third set. Emma Hermanson comes to the bench for a little bit of a rest, and in for her is Maddie Bombard. Bombard will be back to serve here for Pine City. Her serve is over, dug up by Olsen. Now to Gracie Hartle, and getting it across is Low. Dug up by the Dragons. Lind will hit it back across. Olsen with the dig to Gracie Hartle. Now Mallory Hartle looks for the kill, but that just floats a little bit on her. She had it. She had the right spot for it too, and it just floats. 11-10 now the lead for Pine City as Maddie Bombard is back to serve. It's over. Dug up by Fernengo. And Fernengo will run up on it, pushing it across. Hannah Bombard with the dig for the Dragons. And Sky Ahrens looks for the kill. That goes off a block at the front of the net from the Eagles, down just in front of Ludwig. And Pine City now has a 12-10 lead. Maddie Bombard with the serve. It's up, it's over. Dug up by Fernengo. And getting it over is Brooklyn Lowe. Dug up by Hannah Bombard for the Dragons. Mako with the set at the net. Blocked at the net by Hartle, but pushed across by Staber. Now pushed back across by Gracie Hartle. And the Dragons with the dig. And Sage Staber looks for the kill. She hits it into the net. And East Central will get a point back. 12-11. Going back to serve is Mallory Hartle. Mallory Hartle with the serve. Beautiful serve dug up by Maddie Bombard. Tamako for the set. Sage Staber looks for the kill. And it's long. So long on the hit from Staber, and that'll tie things at 12 here in the third set between the Dragons and the Eagles. Mallory Hartle's serve is over, dug up by Staber to Morgan Mako on the far side. Now Sky Ahrens looks for the kill, and that one stays a little bit high and long, and East Central another point back, and they retake the lead once again. 13-12. Mallory Hartle's serve over, dug up by Bombard. To Mako. Sky Ahrens. She'll end the Eagle run there with a kill, and will tie it back at 13. Maggie Smetna will check into the game for Morgan Mako. And Arissa Rydberg is in for Sage Staber, and Rydberg will go back to serve. We're tied at 13 here in the third, what could be the final set on senior night for the Dragons, also homecoming week for the Dragons. This is dug up by Ludwig, but it goes into the bleachers off of her dig, and the Dragons take a 14-13 lead. This one has a similar feel as the first two sets. Kind of back and forth. This one more back and forth in the middle of the set, but with the dig now is Hartle, Izzy Olsen with the hit across. Now Lynn will just tap this one across. Right there is Lowe. Gracie Hartle back across by Izzy Olsen. Dug up by Maddie Bombard, and Sky Ahrens looks for the kill off the block at the net of Lowe. It rolls over the fingertips of Lowe and is down for a point for the Dragons. So the Dragons hold a 15-13 lead as Arissa Rydberg is Serving. Her left-hand serve is over. Dug up by Mallory Hartle. Ludwig. Excuse me, that's Fernengo with the kill across off of the Lind block. And it gets down for a point for East Central. They trail by 1, 15-14. Checking in is Abby Prisky for the Eagles, and she'll go back to serve now for East Central. Prisky's serve is over. It's a lob over, dug up by Hannah Bombard. And Chloe Lynn looks for the kill right in between Prisky and Mallory Hartle. That's down. Pine City will get one back again, 16-14. Robin Odegaard will check in for Hannah Bombard. And then Summer Thiemann will check in for Sky Aarons. And Summer Thiemann is going to go back to serve for Pine City. I believe this will be her first time serving here tonight. It is up, and it is over, but just long. Just long on the serve from Summer Thiemann. It's 16-15. Pine City still with the lead, but East Central within one now as Lydia Fernengo is going back to serve for the Eagles. Her serve is over. It's a line drive. Summer Thiemann gets the dig. And now Chloe Lynn will look for the kill, and that goes off of Prisky out of bounds, and Pine City another point back, 17-15. Emma Hermanson in for Maddie Bombard, and back to service Chloe Lind. Chloe Lind has quite a few aces tonight. Not sure how many. I've lost count. I think it was 5. I think it's 5 tonight for her and her team also. They probably got close to 10 aces total. Her serve, those dug up by the Eagles, and now hit across by Mason Bellinger, diving for the set, and Robin Odegaard tried to keep it alive, but that's going to be 4 hits for the Dragons, and East Central will get one back. So back and forth we go. It's been, one team will take a 2-point lead, then the other team comes back, ties it, takes a 1-point lead of their own, and the other team will get back their lead. It is just very back and forth right now, and it's shaping up to be a pretty good third set. Izzy Olsen, serve is over, dug up by Lind. Rydberg, and now Maggie Smith. Oh, it's just long. Has to go all the way across the court for that kill. I like the idea, but just a little too long, and now we're tied at 17. Izzy Olsen will be back to serve, and her team's got some momentum going their way. Olsen serve hits the net, and it gets over. Oh, Robin Odegaard has that one hit her in the side of the face. She's okay. She's pretty upset with herself on that one, though. 18-17. It's all right. Got to move on, though. That's the thing with volleyball. You got just 2 seconds, maybe, to let it go, and then you're on to the next point. 18-17, East Central with the lead. Maggie Spenda looks for the kill, and it's out. It's out. It looked like it hit the net and went out of bounds. I wasn't sure if that hit that front corner on the near side here, but it did not, and now it's 19-17, East Central with the lead. Izzy Olsen with another serve. It's over. Dug up by Lind to Rydberg. Robin Odegaard, she's looking to get back, and now she does. That one to Abby Prisky, and the dig goes into the stands, and Odegaard redeems herself there. Gets her team back within one. Maggie Smetna out in for hers, Morgan Mako. Sage Staber checks in for Arissa Rydberg, and back to serve is Morgan Mako. Mako's serve is over, and Izzy Olsen tries to get the dig. She cannot do it cleanly. And it is 19. Oh, we're tied again at 19 here in Pine City on senior night for the Dragons during homecoming week. And Morgan Mako back to serve again. We're tied at 19. It is up. It is over. Dug up by Carly Watron. And the kill back across the other way is Sage Staber. Off the dig, it goes back up and over to the net from the Eagles, and Sage Staber was right there waiting for it. Morgan Mako to serve as the Dragons now have a 20-19 lead. Her serve is over. Dug up by the Eagles, and pushing it across now is Elsie Lorson. And the Dragons, Odegaard gets it across to Watron. Izzy Olsen with the set, and back across by Mallory Hartle. Lind with the dig. Front of the net to Mako, and Emma Hermanson gets it across, dug up by the Eagles, and now again Lorson with the hit across. Odegaard dig. Mako set. Sage Staber looks for the kill. Dug up by Olsen, gets into the rafters, and oh yeah, that's so hard. It pinballed up there in the rafters, and Abby Prisky just didn't know where it was going, and that's so tough. it hits the rafters like that, and there's no telling where it's going to go. And unfortunately for her, it fell way out of the way she thought it was. It's 21-19. Tough one there for the Eagles to get. Morgan Mako, though, with another serve. This one goes in the net, and East Central gets one back. Following the suit, the rhythm, the way this one's been going here since about midway through this set. Again, it's been 2-point lead for one team. The other team comes back, ties it up. They get a 2-point lead, and then the other team ties it up. And we'll see if that happens again. Back to serve is Gracie Hartle for the East Central Eagles. Her serve is over. Dug up by Thiemann. Tamako and Staber will, I think that goes into the pole. Yep, the red and white striped pole on the net signifies out of bounds, and that's where it goes, and we're tied up again. So we continue to follow suit here in the third set. 21-all, and East Central looking to take the lead and steal a set here in Pine City. Summer Thiemann gets the dig off the serve, and now Staber will look for the kill. That's blocked by the Eagles, by Hartle and Lowe, but stays on their side, and the Dragons take a point back. They lead 22-21. Substitution here as Odegaard checks out, and for her is Gabby Schumacher, and Sky Ahrens checks in for Summer Thiemann. 22-21. Schumacher with the serve, dug up by Watron. That's going to go into the rafters again. Hit the back of the basketball hoop, and it gets down, and now it's 23-21. Again, once those get into the rafters, it's so tough to tell where it's going to be going. Schumacher's serve is over, dug up by Watron. Lowe gets after it, and that goes really funny off of her dig. Well, off her set, rather, and it just kind of takes a quick spin, and it finds the court, and now we're at match point 24-21. Substitution is Maggie Smetna will check in for Morgan Mako. Arissa Rydberg will check in for Sage Staber, and it's we got all five seniors out there for the Pine City Dragons for this match point. Oh, into the net. And it's okay, still match point 24-22. And I believe we'll keep all five seniors out there for Pine City. We will. 24-22. And looks like we will have Ludwig checking in for Lorson. And Ludwig will go back to serve for East Central. They're 2 points away from tying it up and putting it into extra points. But can Pine City end it on senior night? There's the whistle. Just had a pause for a moment. And Ludwig's serve is over. Dug up by Smetna. Ooh, and miscommunication there on the Dragon side. And all of a sudden, East Central's within one. This is a tough one, though, because 1 point for Pine City really ends it, so you have to get this one. Ludwig's serve is over. Diving dig from Smetna. It's going to tie that 24. We're headed into extra points. Here we go, headed into extra points, 24-all. This serve is a lob. It goes out of bounds, and Pine City takes 25-24 lead. They'll have to get one more point for the victory, so match point once again. East Central was able to erase that last time, and now we have all five seniors out there. It was Rydberg and Hermanson that were out there. She was kind of hidden, but Maddie Bombard checks in. Now we have all five seniors out there, 25-24. Mallory Hartle looks for the kill, dug up by Maddie Bombard, and it's pushed over, and that's going to be it. The Pine City Dragons on senior night will get the victory over East Central in 3 sets. As Pine City took the first set 25-13, they took the second set 25-14, and take this set 26-24. A much different third set here for Pine City and East Central, as East Central made a late surge there. And all of a sudden, Pine City did have the lead, but it looked like, East Central was going to come back and take it from Pine City. It looked like they were going to steal the set, but much like the rest of the third set, Pine City came and tied it. Then East Central would come back and tie it and take a 2-point lead. Then East Central would come back and take a 2-point lead. It was so back and forth. It was a very fun third set, and we were close to seeing East Central, take a set away from Pine City here in the third set and push it to a fourth, but Pine City comes out on top. They got that one hit to go their way as it went out of bounds, a free point and then got that last hit there. And they take the victory 3-0 here on senior night. Again, want to congratulate Chloe Lind on her 500th career varsity kill. So in her career, she has 500 kills on the varsity squad. So congratulations to Chloe Lind on that career benchmark. So grateful for her, just to be able to watch her over her career and to see her get 500 career kills. So thankful to be here to be able to see that. And this team, they really rally around her. She has been kind of a staple on this team for the last couple of years, and all these seniors, they even if they haven't gotten a lot of playing time the last couple of years, they just rally around these seniors. This senior group is leaders amongst this team, and you could really tell this year that they took that leadership role seriously, and it has been a fun year to watch. So for both of these teams, there are only a few matches left for each side. For the East Central Eagles, as we go to look at their schedule again, they have the game tonight, and unfortunately they fall to Pine City in 3 sets. But after tonight, which is the 4th of October, they have 3 more. They'll have next Tuesday, so they have a whole week off before they're back to action again. Well, they're back in action next Tuesday at home against Hinckley-Finlayson, and then next Monday, or the Monday after that, I should say, they'll travel to McGregor, and then that Tuesday, the October 18th, they will host Ogilvie. So East Central, we got 3 games left, 2 at home, 1 on the road. Next Tuesday, at home against Hinckley-Finlayson. Then the Monday after that, the 17th, on the road against McGregor. And then that Tuesday, the 18th, at home against Ogilvie. So 3 games left here for East Central. And again, it should be a fun last 3 there for them as well. They get 2 of them at home, only 1 on the road against McGregor. And for East Central, you got to feel really good about your team after tonight's match. You got it into extra points and weren't able to come out on top. But again, got it into extra points. That's a huge feat, and I think you got to be really excited if you're East Central going into this last 3 games of the season. Now for Pine City, they do technically have only 3 more games, but there's a tournament thrown in there. They will not play the rest of this week until Saturday. They play on Saturday up at the ESCO tournament, and that'll be a good one as well because ESCO took over Pine City's place in second in Section 7AA, and this will be a good one. They will also see Cambridge Isani up there again. They just seen them, I think it was last weekend at the Chisago Lakes tournament. They lost to them, but another weekend to see them and another week to play against teams in the section. That should be good and help their standings. But for their last 3 games of the season, they'll all be on the road. Yes, all of them will be. Next Tuesday will be in Rush City. You can bet we'll be at that one for sure. That's going to probably go close to deciding the conference because if Pine City is able to win that one and then able to win their last 2, they'll at the very least, tie Rush City for a share of the conference title. But if they were to lose, it would be Rush City's conference title to lose, and I believe actually that might give them the conference title if Pine City were to lose next Tuesday. But then next Thursday, or the Thursday after that, it looks like, if I can read. No, that is next Thursday. So the 13th. I got the 3 and the 7 mixed up. Don't ask me how I do that. That's just the way I do things. Next Thursday, then they'll be on the road in Bram against the Bombers. Always a good matchup between those 2 teams. That one always seems to go pretty far into it. 4 or 5 sets each and every time those 2 teams play. So that'll be a good one. And then they wrap up their season on the 18th. So 2 weeks from today, on the 18th, they'll wrap it up in Isle or Ornamia against the Mille Lacs Raiders. Again, 3 of the top 4 teams in the conference, they will play against Rush City, Bram, and Mille Lacs. And Pine City, again, if they can win out the rest of those games, they'll have at least a share of the conference title. They will need Rush City to lose one of their last couple games to take the conference title outright. But if they can win out the rest of their games, they will have, at the very least, a share of that Great River Conference title. But here in this game, the Pine City Dragons get the victory over the East Central Eagles, 3-0. They get the first set 25-13, the second set 25-14, and the third set 26-24. And again, in that first set, we were able to witness a career milestone for Chloe Lind as she got her 500th career varsity kill. So again, congratulations there to Chloe Lind on her 500th career varsity kill. So stay tuned to the morning shows tomorrow morning on 95.5 FM with Rock and Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30 for your sports update, and on 100.9 FM with Joshua Miron at 7:45 and 8:45. We'll go over tonight's ball game as well as some of the other games that were happening tonight around the local listening area, so stay tuned for those. Again, the final here in Pine City, the Dragons 3-0 over East Central on senior night. I want to thank all of you for tuning in here tonight. I want to thank all of our fine sponsors. Of course, as always, we can't do it without them. So a huge shout out to them for continuing to support our broadcasts. Remember, be kind to everyone because you never know what someone's going through, and your kindness could truly make their day. The final, once again, Pine City over East Central, 3-0. For WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Have a great rest of your night. None. For WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Have a great rest of your night.
She's a bride.